Hello everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of investment accounting. Today I would like to discuss a full length question similar to the previous lecture, but I would like to add two important adjustments in this question. In previous question we have discussed how to prepare investment account using the details given in the question, but it was without the adjustment of opening stock and closing stock. So in order to complete the concepts of investment accounting, I'm considering adjustments related to stocks in this question. So you can say that this question is exhaustive in nature. Let us refer the question first. From the following information provided by Shri Mahabali, prepare 12% Gujarat government bond account for the year ended on 31st March 2019. Opening balance 1st April 2018 at cost price 3,60,000. Opening balance on 1st April 2018 at face value 3,75,000. In the given table we have four informations. First, date of the transaction. Second, face value of the transaction. Third, market rate. And fourth, remarks related to purchase or sell, either cum interest or ex interest. 1st May, 1,50,000 face value, market rate is 96 and cum interest purchase. 1st June 2018, 75,000, market rate 98 and ex interest sell. 1st September 2018, face value of the transaction 75,000, rate 102 and cum interest sell. 16th December 2018, face value 90,000, market rate 101, and it is all about ex interest purchase. Date of payment of interest June 30 and December 31st. It means Gujarat government is paying interest twice in the year, two times in the year. First time on June 30 for the period of January, February, March, April, May and June, first 6 months, and on 31st December for the period of July, August, September, October, November and December. Means on June 30 interest for 6 months and on December 31st interest for remaining 6 months. The investor is following FIFO method for the valuation of closing balance. I hope everybody is clear with the informations given in the question. Let us move to the solution of the problem. And the first step of solution is all about understanding of the transaction. On your screen, you may check a flow chart. This is 1st April 2018, first day of the year, 31st March 2019, last day of our accounting year. In between this, I have marked June 30, 2018 that is date of interest as given in the question, and 31st December 2018, that is the second date of interest payment by the Gujarat government on 12% Gujarat government bond. For your reference, I have written over here financial year 2018-19, 1st April to 31st March, that you can check as beginning and end. December and June. So June 30, that is the first time interest payment date, and 31st December, that is the second time interest payment date. So we can say that the government is paying interest twice, 2 times in the year for the period of 6 months each. On June 30 for first 6 months of calendar year, January, February, March, April, May and June, and on 31st December, second 6 months of calendar year, July, August, September, October, November and December. So last date of payment before 1st April 2018. This is a most important transaction. Even in previous question, we have discussed all about this kind of adjustment, but it has no value because there were absence of opening stock. But here we have opening stock, so we need to define it very carefully. So our first date is 1st April 2018. We have begun our accounting year on 1st April 2018. So we need to decide before 1st April 2018 when did the interest paid. So you can calculate from 31st December 2017. Why? Because company is paying interest either on June 30 or on December 31st. So before 1st April 2018, you can observe December 31st 2017. Why this calculation is useful to us? In order to define the difference in the opening balance. The last payment date is 31st December and the first date of the year commencement is 1st April. So in between these two, we have difference of 3 months, and you can say there is accrued interest of 3 months on the opening balance. You can check over here. Last time the interest was paid on 31st December 2017. After that, government will pay interest on June 30 and then 31st December. In between these dates, government is not supposed to pay any interest to the investor. So our opening date is 1st April, last payment date is 31st December. So if you are a student of accounting, you can easily access the difference of these 3 months. On 31st March 2017, when we have ended our previous year, at that time, interest on this security is due for the period of January 18, February 18 and March 2018. So there is gap of 3 months. So you can say that accrued interest is available on opening balance of the investment for the period of 3 months, and these 3 months is identified from these difference. Check it. 31st December 2017 to 1st April 2018. So difference is 3 months. So we need to calculate this difference in order to derive the figure of accrued interest on opening balance of the investment. In previous question, opening balance was not given, so we have not taken these things very seriously. But today we need to concentrate on this adjustment. So move towards flow chart of our solution. And in flow chart, you can check that I have marked all the dates very carefully. Check it. 1st April 2018, we have opening balance rupees 3,75,000. So the first transaction is all about accrued interest on opening balance rupees 3,75,000. We have balance and this information is given to us in our question. So we need to calculate interest on opening balance. Then on 1st May 2018, we have purchased investment of rupees 1,50,000. The duration is mentioned over here, 4 months. Last time interest payment date 31st December 2017. So January, February, March and April. So 4 months. The transaction date is 1st May. Then we have sold securities on 1st June. So let us start calculation from 31st December 2017. January, February, March, April and May. 5 months in full because the transaction is executed on 1st of June. Now the date of interest, that is June 30, 2018. Interest received on rupees 4,50,000. So this is question for you. From where do we get the figure of this 4,50,000? You can apply simple logic over here. Opening balance 3,75,000 plus purchased 1,50,000 minus sell 75,000. So 3,75,000 plus 1,50,000 minus 75,000 equals to 4,50,000 rupees of investments available to us on June 30. That is a date of interest payment. So we will receive interest on rupees 4,50,000. Then on 1st September 2018, we have sold securities of rupees 75,000. Now the period is only 2 months. Again, I repeat, like previous question, this is the point where we can commit a mistake. Don't start your calculation from January because now the last date of payment is June 30. So we need to start our calculation from June 30 onwards. So 1st September, July and August. September is not considered in our calculation. 16th December 2018. Again we have purchased for rupees 90,000. The period is 5.5 months. July, August, September, October, November, 5 months and 16 days of December, that is half month. So 5.5 months period is involved in this calculation. Again, the date of interest. This date of interest is 31st December 2018. Now period is 6 months, July, August, September, October, November and December 31st. This time as an investor we will receive interest on 4,65,000. Again confusion. So to solve your confusion, let us start calculation from June 30. On June 30, we had investment of rupees 4,50,000. हमारे पास 30 जून को 4,50,000 के इन्वेस्टमेंट थे. Out of these 4,50,000, we have sold investment worth rupees 75,000. So 4,50,000 minus 75,000 is equal to 3,75,000. Plus we have purchased investment worth rupees 90,000. So 3,75,000 plus 90,000. So the value of investment on 31st December is rupees 4,65,000. Now, next date of transaction 31st March 2019. This is last day of our accounting year, and the period of 31st March 2019 from last payment date of interest, that is December 31st 2018, January, February and March. So it is 3 months. What to do on 31st March? We need to value the closing stock, and from last date of the interest payment 31st December, there is a gap of 3 months. So we need to calculate accrued interest on closing balance. आपको ये चीज अच्छे से याद रखनी है. जितने महीने का accrued इंटरेस्ट ओपनिंग में था, उतने ही महीने का accrued इंटरेस्ट क्लोजिंग में आएगा, क्योंकि क्लोजिंग बैलेंस ऑफ वन अकाउंटिंग ईयर विल बी द ओपनिंग बैलेंस ऑफ नेक्स्ट अकाउंटिंग ईयर. इसका मतलब यहां पे जो ओपनिंग में 3 महीने है वो लास्ट ईयर की क्लोजिंग बैलेंस होगी. सेम वे हियर ऑन 31st March we have closing balance. So these closing balance will be the opening balance for next accounting year. So don't forget this. So we need to calculate accrued interest on closing balance, and investment is 4,65,000, because after 31st December neither purchase nor sell affects to our question. In this way you can calculate number of transactions that we need to solve over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 8 number for the calculation of accrued interest and 9 number for the valuation of stock, right? So on last day of the year, there are 2 different transactions incorporated, and we need to calculate both the transactions separately. I hope everybody is clear with the flow chart of the transactions involved in this question. Once you are clear for this flow chart and a sequence of the transaction, rest of all other items are very easy, and you can say stereotype. Let us move to the first transaction. First transaction as per our flow chart is accrued interest on opening balance. Face value of the securities held on 1st April 2018, 3,75,000. This information is given in our question, and don't forget that interest is always calculated on face value, not on cost price. So we need to consider face value of the securities on 1st April 2018, say opening balance 3,75,000. Period involved 3 months. To avoid the problems in between the calculation, we have completed calculation of period involved at the time of preparation of the flow chart of our solution. Period involved 3 months. So amount of interest received, I is equal to PRN upon 100, that we all know better, 3,75,000 principal amount period 3 months, so it is divided by 12, and rate of interest is given as 12%. So amount of interest in opening balance, or you can say accrued interest, is 11,250. Let us post these 11,250 in the account. So to opening balance, face value 3,75,000 as given in our question. Cost 3,60,000, it is also given in our question. And interest accrued on opening balance, it was not given. So we have completed calculation of 11,250 in order to complete our answer. I hope everybody is clear with the calculation of opening balance. Face value 3,75,000, cost price 3,60,000. Both these informations are given by the examiner in ready-made form. And we have completed calculation of accrued interest 11,250, which was not given by the examiner. So with this, our formality of transaction number 1 comes to an end. Let us move to transaction number 2. Transaction number 2 is all about purchase on 1st May 2018. As per our tradition, we will prepare summary for all the transactions. Face value rupees 1,50,000, market rate rupees 96, come interest because it is given in the question. Period involved in this calculation you can check in our flowchart, 4 months. Otherwise you need to calculate for each and every transaction separately. And information of brokerage is not given. So let us calculate transaction number 2, come interest purchase. 1,50,000 face value of the security, 96 rupees, rate 1,50,000 into 96 for every 100 rupees, 1,44,000. It is a transaction of purchase, so we need to add brokerage. Right now information of brokerage is not given, so we need not to worry. Otherwise we need to calculate and charge brokerage on this transaction. Total amount paid for purchase. Why it is a total amount paid for purchase? Because this transaction is come interest transaction. So these rupees 96 per 100 is given, including the value of investment plus accrued interest. So please take care of these things. We have discussed these kind of transaction in detail in lecture number 2 and lecture number 3. So once you are clear for these kind of transactions, the rest of all other items are common. Now it is a come interest transaction, so we need to deduct amount of interest accrued for the period of 4 months. 1,50,000 face value, 12% rate of interest, and period involved in this calculation is 4 months. So amount of interest accrued on this transaction is 6,000. We have purchased investment for rupees 1,44,000, in which interest is also due for 6,000. So the net value of the investment purchased by us is rupees 1,38,000. You can say it is capital cost or cost price of the transaction. This is routine calculation. After doing this, pass journal entry. 12% Gujarat government bonds account debited 1,38,000. It is always debited at cost price. in case of purchase and credited at cost price in case of sell. Interest account debited 6,000 to bank account total amount paid 1,44,000. Let us post this entry in ledger. 1st May, debit side of investment account to bank account, face value of the transaction 1,50,000, interest involved in this calculation 6,000 and cost price of the security 1,38,000. You can verify the figure. Face value 1,50,000, interest involved 6,000 and capital cost is 1,38,000. Check it. 1,50,000 face value, interest 6,000, capital cost 1,38,000. I hope everybody is clear with the transaction of purchase. Now let us move to the third transaction in our sequence. As per our flow chart, third transaction is all about sell and the date of sell is 1st June. Face value is given for the transaction of sell 75,000. Market rate at the rate of rupees 98 and it is mentioned in the bracket that this 98 is X interest. It means rupees 98 is decided per 100 rupees for security. Amount of interest due on this security is extra. X means additional or extra. Period involved in this calculation 5 months from 31st December 2017 to 1st June 2018. Now complete our calculation. 75,000, 98 per 100, 73,500. It is a transaction of sell, so we need to deduct amount of brokerage. But information of brokerage is not given to us, so we are not supposed to worry for this transaction. It is X interest transaction, so these 73,500 rupees referred to as capital cost or cost price. Now we need to calculate interest for the period involved in this calculation 5 months on face value of 75,000. The rate of investment is given 75,000, 12% due 5 months. So interest is 3,750. Now it is X interest transaction. So we need to add this interest in capital cost. So while selling this security, Mahabali will receive total 77,250. This is my request to you all to watch lecture number 2 and lecture number 3 very carefully. As I said in that lectures that all questions are stereotype. Once you are clear for the pattern of calculation, everything seems to be very routine. Pass journal entry for this transaction. Bank account debited, amount received 77,250 rupees. To 12% Gujarat government bonds account 73,500. To interest account 3,750. In the journal entry, we are not supposed to mention face value anywhere in our calculation, right? So take care of these things very clearly. Let us post this entry in our account. 1st June by bank account. Face value is 75,000. Interest involved in the calculation 3750, and capital cost of our transaction is 73,500. You can check again. Face value 75,000, capital cost 73,500 mentioned in the table of calculation, and interest involved 3,750 rupees that we have inserted in our account. With this, our transaction number 3 comes to an end. Let us move to transaction number 4. Transaction number 4 is related to interest received on June 30. Calculation of interest and journal entry is very common. So let us check on your screen. What is the face value of the securities held on June 30, 2018? Rupees 4,50,000. We have completed calculation of these rupees 4,50,000 at the time of preparation of our flow chart. So if you concentrate on flow chart very properly, you can answer any of the questions or doubts raised. Period involved 6 months. Last time payment June 30, 2017, and the date last time payment December 31st, 2017, and the date of this payment is June 30. So January, February, March, April, May and June. The period of 6 months involved over here. So amount of interest received 4,50,000, period 6 months, and rate of interest 12%. So amount received by Mahabali on June 30, rupees 27,000 as interest. Very simple journal entry. Bank account debited 27,000 to interest account 27,000. Once you pass this journal entry or you recall this journal entry for this 27,000, you can easily post this item in the ledger. Credit side of investment account, June 30, by bank account, no face value or cost price inserted in the table, and the interest is 27,000. You can recheck your calculation for your satisfaction. With this, our fourth transaction is over. Let us enter into transaction number 5 as per our flow chart. Sell on 1st September. Face value of the transaction 75,000, which is given to us in our question. Market rate rupees 102, come interest. Period involved in this transaction 2 months, because now the last date of payment is June 30. So from June 30 to September 1st, July and August, you can check in our flow chart. Information related to brokerage is not given. Let us calculate. Come interest sell transaction number 5. 75,000 face value multiplied by 102 for every 100 rupees. So 76,500 less brokerage. It is a transaction of sell, so we need to deduct amount of brokerage. But information of brokerage is not given anywhere in our question. So we need to exclude this item at the time of calculation. It is come interest transaction. So the total amount become total amount received by Mahabali. In case of sell, it is received In case of purchase, it is paid. As it is come interest transaction, we deduct amount of interest due. Interest at the rate of 12% for 2 months. Interest is always calculated on face value. So 75,000, 12% interest for the period of 2 months, 1,500. 76,500 minus 1,500. So capital cost of this transaction is 75,000. Let us pass journal entry of this transaction. Bank account debited 76,500, that is total amount received, to 12% Gujarat government bonds, or you can say investment account. It is credited at cost price 75,000 to interest account 1,500. Post this entry into ledger. 1st September, by bank account, face value of the transaction 75,000, interest involved in the calculation 1,500, and cost price is also 75,000. You can check over here. Face value 75,000, capital cost is also 75,000, and interest involved in this calculation is 1,500. So we need to insert all details of sale on credit side of investment account. After completion of transaction number 5, let us move to number 6. This transaction is related to transaction of purchase of the investment. The date of purchase is 16th December 2018. Face value as per information given in the question 90,000. Market rate is given as 101 X interest. So this is X interest transaction. So we need to calculate interest extra. Period involved in this calculation 5.5 months. Information of brokerage is not given. Let us calculate transaction number 6, X interest purchase. Face value 90,000, market rate 101. 90,000 into 101 divided by 100 is equal to 90,900. Add brokerage. It is a transaction of purchase, so we need to add brokerage. But information of brokerage is not given. So exclude this item from our calculation. As the transaction is X interest, capital cost derived at first stage, and it is 90,900. Now we need to calculate interest for the period involved 5.5 months on face value of rupees 90,000, and to add in our calculation to derive the figure of total amount paid. Interest 90,000 at the rate of 12% for the period of 5.5 months. So amount of interest is 4,950. It means Mahabali has to pay 90,900 rupees for investment and 4,950 rupees extra for interest, because interest is extra or additional. So total amount paid by Mahabali is 95,850. Let us pass journal entry of this transaction. 12% Gujarat government bonds account, always debited at cost price 90,900. Interest account debited 4,950 to bank account, total amount paid 95,850. So with this journal entry, now we are ready to post this item into ledger. So enter items in the ledger. 16th December, to bank account, face value of the transaction 90,000, interest involved in this calculation 4950, and cost price of the transaction is 90,900. You may check for your reference. Face value 90,000, capital cost 90,900, and interest involved 4,950. So you can easily enter this transaction in investment account on debit side, as this transaction is related to purchase. Now we are ready to execute transaction number 7. Transaction number 7 is related to interest received on December 31st. Let us calculate the amount of interest based on the securities available to Mahabali. Mahabali is owner of the security worth rupees 4,65,000 on 31st December 2018. These 4,65,000 is derived at the time of preparation of flow chart from opening balance plus purchases at a different point of time minus sell at a different point of time. So on this date, 31st December, Mahabali is owner of rupees 4,65,000 worth of securities. Period involved naturally 6 months, because we have paid interest last time on June 30. So July, August, September, October, November and December. So interest for the period of 6 months is rupees 27,900. 4,65,000 principal amount, 6 months period involved in this calculation, and the rate of interest is 12%. Let us pass journal entry for this transaction. Bank account debited 27,900, as we have received amount from Gujarat government, to interest account 27,900. This is very common journal entry for the receipt of interest. So nothing is new in this calculation as well as journal. Let us enter these items in ledger. 31st December, by bank account, interest. So the amount of interest is credited in investment account in the column of interest 27,900. You can verify this calculation again for your reference. So in this way we can calculate interest and enter into investment account. Now transaction number 8, and transaction number 8 is all about calculation of on closing balance. Face value of the securities on 31st March 2019, that is last day of our year, rupees 4,65,000. Period involved in this calculation 3 months, because we have paid interest on 31st December 2018. So from 31st December 2018 to 31st March 2019. January, February and March, 3 months. So calculation of interest for the period of 3 months on face value of rupees 4,65,000. Let us calculate. 4,65,000 principal amount. Period involved in the calculation 3 months, and the rate of interest is 12%. So the amount of accrued interest on closing balance is rupees 13,950. This interest is receivable interest on the last day of the year. So we cannot say it is interest received, but it is interest receivable. So any amount, any income which is receivable, we need to post into account as well as in balance sheet. But right now we have least concern with the balance sheet. So let us pass entry and post in the ledger. 31st March 2019, accrued interest account debited or interest receivable account debited 13,950 to interest account. When it is received, it is debited to bank account, but this time interest is not received, it is receivable. So we need to open a separate account called accrued interest or interest receivable. So it is debited to interest receivable and credited to interest. Let us post this item on credit side of the balance sheet. 31st March 2019, by interest receivable account, no face value, no cost, 13,950 rupees for interest receivable at the end on 12% Gujarat government bonds. In previous question that we have discussed in lecture number 3, opening stock or closing stock was not involved. But in this question, I have included both these aspects so as you can learn solution of the problem in exhaustive manner. So with this, our transaction number 8 comes to an end. In our flow chart at the time of discussion of transaction number 8, I have discussed with you that we need to add one more transaction in our calculation, and it is all about valuation of stock, calculation of closing stock. This is transaction number 9, last transaction of this solution. As per information available to us from the side of examiner, we need to follow FIFO, first in, first out method. So we need to prepare a table showing calculation. First of all, complete calculation of stock at face value. For this, we need to prepare a table, a statement, which is similar to the stock register, maintaining in and out, that is a receipt and issue. So date in, that is a receipt, out, that is issue or sell, and stock. For our reference, I will mark all transactions with the number A, B and C. A, 1st April 2018, we have opening balance of 3,75,000. No issue so far. So stock is available 3,75,000 A. A means from opening balance. Then B, we have purchased on 1st May 2018 for rupees 1,50,000. So now we have two types of stock. 3,75,000 from opening stock, that is marked for your reference as A, and 1,50,000 rupees from new purchased, that is marked as a B over here. So on 1st May, we have two types of securities. Security of 3,75,000 from opening stock and 1,50,000 from new purchased. On 1st June 2018, we have sold for 75,000. Did not to say we are following FIFO, first in, first out method. It means this 75,000 is sold from the opening stock. You can check the amount of opening stock. Now, opening stock is only of rupees 3 lakhs because we have sold investment of rupees 75,000 out of the opening stock. ये FIFO फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट है. इसके हिसाब से हमें पहले जो इन्वेस्टमेंट थे उसमें से सेल करना है. अगर ये LIFO होता तो क्या होता? If it is a LIFO method, then I need to sell from this B because last in first out. But need not to worry right now. We are following FIFO, first in first out. Then on 1st September 2018, again we have sold the security for 75,000. Naturally, we are following FIFO method, so we need to sell from the opening stock. Opening stock earlier 375, of which we have sold for 75, so 3 lakhs, and now out of these 3 lakhs we have sold for 75,000. So balance stock available to us 2,25,000 from opening stock and 1,50,000 from the purchase on 1st May 2018. As we are following first in, first out method, FIFO method, we need to sell first from the earlier purchase or earliest purchase. C, third time in, on 16th December 2018, we have purchased for rupees 90,000. No sell. So now we have three types of securities. A, that is from opening balance, we have rest 2,25,000. B, we have purchased on 1st May, nothing is sold from this, so 1,50,000 as it is. And C, that is last time fresh purchase 90,000. So at the end we have three types of securities: from opening stock 2,25,000, from first time purchase 1,50,000, and from second time purchase 90,000. For your reference, I have marked with A, B and C for your easiest understanding. After calculation of face value of the stock, let us calculate valuation of stock at cost price. This is most important. Face value, cost price and stock. Before this, I need to explain, you need to understand that from lot A, we have stock of rupees 2,16,000. Lot B, 1,50,000. The cost price was 138. That you can check from here. Face value 1,50,000. Cost price 1,38,000. Right? C, 90,000. Face value 99,000. Cost price. Again you can check from here. Face value 90,000. Cost price 90,900. And total stock is 4,44,900. I know you are little bit confused about this 2,16,000. That is why I have explained this thing very precisely for item number B and item number C. Because in item number B and C, There were no issues, so we need to directly copy and paste from here. Face value, cost price, face value and cost price. But in opening stock, there were some issues. So we need to calculate this thing very clearly. Now check it. Face value of the opening stock was given as 3,75,000 and cost price was given by the examiner as 360. Check it. 3,75,000 face value, 3,60,000 rupees cost price, right? Now, out of these 3,75,000, what is available to us at the end of the year? 2,25,000 as a closing stock. Check it. 2,25,000 rupees available to us as a closing stock from opening balance, right? So this amount is related to closing. Okay. Now we need to evaluate this closing stock of rupees 2,25,000 at cost price. So we cannot directly copy 3,60,000. So use cross multiplication. When the face value was 375, cost price was 360. So when the face value is 225, cost price is how much? And answer of this how much is rupees 2,16,000 mentioned over here. I hope everybody is clear with the calculation mentioned in the slide. Because for lot B means this one and lot C means this one, there were no calculations involved, and that is why I have inserted this figure directly in the screen. But just to clear this calculation, I have mentioned this in detail. So please take care of this thing. When we are not considering full amount in a closing stock, at that time we need to calculate proportionate cost of the closing stock, and it is applicable in case of A. So with this, calculation of our cost price comes to an end. Now, what is the rule? As per a rule, we need to record either cost price or market value, whichever is less in the books of account. So our cost price is 4,44,900. But in our question, market value of the closing stock is not given anywhere. So in absence of market value given in our question, we need to consider cost price and we need to mention stock at rupees 4,44,900 in our investment account. Let us move to investment account to wind up our solution. 31st March 2019, buy balance 4,65,000 face value, that you can check from this calculation. 3,75,000, 1,50,000 and 90,000. So total 4,65,000 face value, 4,44,900 rupees for cost price. With this calculation, our accounting effect comes to an end. Let us complete the account. Total of the face value column, both the side 6,15,000, 6,15,000. So there is no difference in this account. Interest account, credit side 74,100, debit side 74,100, and the amount of difference 51,900 transferred to a separate account, interest and dividend account. And in case of cost column, 5,93,400, total of credit side is higher, so amount of difference 4,500 rupees. So the amount of rupees 4,500 transferred to profit and loss account. This amount of 4,500 is defined as profit to the Mahabali from the transactions of sell, purchase and holding the investment of Gujarat government. Now focus on this information because this is one of the most important information for you to understand. Over here, closing balance is 4,65,000 face value, 4,44,900 cost price, and interest receivable is 13,950. So this is the end of 2018-19. For the year 2019-20, on 1st April 2019, the opening balance would be 4,65,000 for face value, accrued interest 13,950 and 4,44,900 cost price. Same way as we have inserted over here. It means whatever the opening balance available to us on 1st April 2018, it is closing balance of 31st March 2018. ये जो बैलेंस है 1st अप्रैल को वो 31st मार्च 2018 की क्लोजिंग बैलेंस है. सेम एज यहां पे जो क्लोजिंग बैलेंस है वो 1st अप्रैल 2019 को ओपनिंग बैलेंस के तौर पे आगे ली जाएगी. सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ ट्रांसफरिंग द बैलेंस फ्रॉम वन अकाउंटिंग ईयर टू another accounting year. In next question, I will show you that mechanism and presentation as well. But for this session, it is enough. I hope everybody is clear with this solution. Do it once, twice, or as many as possible time from your end to score full marks in final examination. Thank you. God bless you. Keep learning, keep growing. See you in next virtual class.